We've seen this movie before, first with the Tab S8 Ultra, then with the Tab S9 Ultra, and here we are again with the Tab S10 Ultra. But sometimes a rerun can be the best on its third go around. Here is my full review of the Tab S10 Ultra. Let's go. When Samsung expanded their tablet lineup to include an Ultra, I was stoked. A larger format tablet with all the best specs and hardware available, sign me up immediately. The Tab S8 Ultra was an unbelievable starting point. The Tab S9 Ultra kind of took that concept and made it better. And then here we are now with the Tab S10 Ultra, and it's a lot of the same story that we've seen before. The thing that's kind of baffled me though, is whilst the differences aren't drastic, I've actually found myself using the Tab S10 Ultra a lot more than I ever did the Tab S9 Ultra and the Tab S8 Ultra. And especially the Tab S8 Ultra, I use that a lot. Starting off with this design, it's exactly as what we have seen before. The only difference now is it's 5.4 millimeters thin, so it's a lot thinner, or fractionally thinner, than the Tab S9 Ultra and the Tab S8 Ultra before it. And you'll probably think that you wouldn't notice it, but honestly you do. Especially if you use something quite often, as I use the Tab S8 and Tab S9 Ultra. When you use this a lot, you notice that thin profile pretty much straight away. Especially when you consider that you're packing this into bags, and I've got a Peak Design 20-litre backpack, and space is at a premium in there, especially in the laptop carrying compartment. So having this with my Galaxy Book 4 Ultra, it actually fits quite snugly next to each other. Whereas I did have a little bit of trouble with the Tab S9 Ultra, especially with the keyboard case as well. To really put this sort of form factor to the test, I took it to the Hamish and Andy ConCon, the conference for all, the other week, to put this through its paces. Today, I'm going to the Hamish and Andy ConCon. Full day of networking, full day of learning. Instead of taking my Galaxy Book 4 Ultra, I'm going to take the much more portable, much more adaptable to this type of scenario, Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra. Especially with how sort of slim this keyboard cover and the profile of the tablet is, and especially with the fact that I have the Peak Design laptop, it slides in way easier. Now already, as you can see, I've spent the morning doing a bit of work already with the Tab S10 Ultra. I've sort of put it on my lap. It was really good to carry around actually. It's so light and thin in my bag that I don't really notice it. And as well, with the sort of thin and light keyboard, it's actually really good to use on a tabletop as well. Especially if you add in like a mouse. I feel like a mouse really adds that little bit extra productivity and really does turn this into a laptop replacement. So far, I've just been waiting for the conference to sort of really kick off for biscuit hour. The most important hour of a conference is the biscuits before the actual networking and the work begins. As you can see, there's been no expense spared for biscuits, which has been great. We'll keep going. Another advantage too is how light it is and portable to move between conference sessions. So when you need to get up and about and sort of take your tablet with you, it's a really easy thing to close. And because it's so light, you can just carry it around with you and none's the wiser. Good shot. So just finished session one. As you can see, it's quite loud. We're just out in the first break at the moment. The good thing about the Tab S10 Ultra in like a conference setting is its adaptability. So obviously before session one, I was using it with the keyboard and the mouse set up on a table. But when you don't have the access to that, you can ditch the keyboard and you have the thin and light form factor to use. So what's really good is being able to use the S Pen. Obviously you want to take notes at a conference, and a conference like this with so much informative sessions and education and really good speakers like Hamish and Andy and Jack, really giving us impactful learning. You want to take those notes down. So the S Pen paired with Samsung Notes really gives you the best of that. Just about to head in for session two, and with the great man Sam Beckman. How you doing, Sam?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Daniel?
Great, mate. You obviously didn't bring a tablet to this event.
No tablet.
Just pen and paper.
Pen and paper, yes.
Or just your brain knowledge.
It's going in here.
All right, no worries. Well, we'll report on that later. But nice to see you, Sam.
Yeah, you too.
Use your hands. Who reckons they've eaten more than 10 biscuits? He's got his shot. Well done. Well done.
Defence Force, and animal husbandry.
Following the plan down the bar. Oh yeah. No, second verse needed.
So that's the conference done. It's finished, and I think that's good. It was enjoyable. What the Tab S10 Ultra kind of brought was a really nice, sort of light, compact device to take with me to work in between sessions, but also take notes during the session. Granted, this wasn't the most heavy note-taking conference. You can take a look why.
You know what, Mike? You've had not mad at you. Thank you. Sorry, man. Well, what have we learned?
I think we've learned that this is the 10th time in 20 years that I've seen you pull this thing.
What have we learned? Sure, it would have been nice to look at the future, but I'm sure we could all have imagined it anyway. Aren't our brains the most powerful computers on Earth? They are. That's one thing we've learned. What else have we learned? Back up. Better back up. And I think I obviously have something to say because I've pulled all of those things together. Talking about my father, who isn't with us.
No, he's alive.
He's in Melbourne. Well, that's why I'm choking up. I know if I needed my dad, he's at minimum 2.5 hours away. But I'm going to be okay. No, your little boy's going to be okay.
But the fact is, anytime you do go to a conference, there is breaks, there's periods of downtime, and having a portable device that has exceptional battery life, that has great form factor, and gives you the option not only for productivity in session, but also turning it into a laptop replacement outside of it, thanks to this really light and thin keyboard cover. I'm all about it. Get back to it. I will say, it wasn't the most intense note-taking conference. The thing is, having this tablet with me, it meant outside of the conference sessions that we were having, I was able to use this and get some work done for YouTube stuff, which was really handy. I didn't need to bring around with me a big bulky laptop. I could just take this with me. And the long battery life, thanks to the mobile processor that's on board, meant that I could do it for pretty much the entire day whilst I was there. For as good as it has been out and about, and I've sort of taken this a multitude of different places, whether that be at the play center where I take my daughter, whether that be at the conference I just went to, I've equally as enjoyed using this just around the house. Setting up on the dining table, attaching the slim profile keyboard cover, which I have too, has meant that this has truly become like a laptop replacement for me for admin and sort of productivity work that I don't need to fire up the big laptop for. This keyboard cover, I honestly was surprised at how much I enjoyed it. I was very much team trackpad. The Tab S9 Ultra keyboard cover that I have, which will work with this, I was very much in the camp of I need a trackpad to make this useful. But the combination of touchscreen and the slim profile plus carrying around a mouse meant that the trackpad wasn't missed at all. In fact, the mouse made it feel more like a sort of desktop laptop experience as opposed to the trackpad that's on board. The keyboard's exceptionally nice to type on too. You can take a look and a listen because the tactile sort of experience is also part of it. The other thing this new keyboard has that I thought I was going to just think is a waste of time is the AI key. But I then started to use it and I immediately found a very convenient use for it. Having access to Gemini or Bixby at the press of a key in an instant, it's very handy. Next year, I'm going to be the coach of my son's under-8s football team. And by football, I of course mean the game that you kick with your feet. Should come as no surprise. With coaching, we'll need to come planning drills and warm-ups, especially on game days. So when I'm sort of sitting down to write a session out, I can press the Gemini key, ask Gemini to give me some ideas, and then copy and paste that into Samsung Notes. Then the best part about, I guess, this setup is that Samsung Notes also incorporates AI through Galaxy AI. And I love the Samsung Notes implementation because I can take what I've created and then format it in a much more aesthetically pleasing way. And then potentially I can take that, send it out to parents so they can maybe do some drills with their kids at home as well. It's just a nice little bit of a workflow that I've created for myself with this keyboard cover. The Bixby option is there as well, and to shift to Bixby, you press Alt and the AI key, and it will bring up Bixby instead. The thing that I like about the Bixby implementation is that it can be an on-device control so I can set reminders for myself or timers just from typing out commands using the key and then the Bixby commands that I can implement. Just another sort of way that you can have on-device control using an AI key that's not necessarily all about AI conversations. Now, I'm no fool. I know I've spoken a lot about the productivity side of the Galaxy Tab S10 Ultra, but there's more to it than just that. Outside of that, this has an aspect ratio of 16:10. Perfect for entertainment. And when you consider that people buy tablets initially thinking they'll replace their laptop and then end up using it for entertainment, this aspect ratio suits that to the ground. And to be real, nothing has changed for the Tab S10 Ultra compared to the Tab S9 Ultra from an entertainment offering. You've still got quad speakers, which are loud and great in a pinch. You've still got a beautiful AMOLED display, albeit now this one has something that the other one just will never have, that truly I think does make a game-changing experience, but I'll get to that in a moment. It's still lightweight, it's still convenient, and it's still got a great battery life. All the elements you'd want for an entertainment device. What changes the game for this is the anti-reflective coating on top of the display. It sacrifices nothing about image quality. In fact, you can see here all of the colors pop off the screen, and it truly does give you an immersive entertainment experience with that combined with the aspect ratio. But when you are out and about, when you're watching stuff at home, you will have next to no distractions on the screen thanks to that coating. It promotes a deeper sort of blacks in the screen too, because it means that it's not reflecting and bouncing lights everywhere. It's just an incredible transformation of the viewing experience. The Tab S9 Ultra still has a great display, but as you can see in this comparison here, well, there is no comparison. The Tab S9 Ultra just bounces that light and just that's all you see, whereas the Tab S10 Ultra truly does absorb it and like push it away and keep you immersed in the content. There were a couple of points of contention about this tablet when it released. The first one was that it kind of broke Samsung's release cycle. They've been releasing high-end tablets in the tablet range every 18 months or so, but they didn't do that this time around. They broke it and released it after 12 to 13 months. Whilst that's an odd strategy decision, it's more in the business side of Samsung as opposed to the product. So I'm not really going to let that infiltrate the review any more than what it already has, because I'm here to judge this on the device itself as opposed to why it exists in the first place. That could be a separate conversation. The other point of contention was the chipset. Samsung went away with their strategy of using the Qualcomm that they used in the flagship phones earlier in the year and went with the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus. A lot of people initially had a real negative connotation and it impacted their thoughts and opinions. Fortunately for me, I don't let that sort of stuff impact how I think this device runs. And when I've actually tested this chip doing basic performance tests, whether that be the dreaded benchmarks that I don't really like doing, or putting it up in sort of video editing and workflow tasks, this actually did better in some of those compared to the S23 Ultra's 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy. So you could say that it was actually a really good decision to potentially save a bit of money and not have to raise the price on these, and also give consumers power and performance and efficiency because it has lasted a long time on battery. So I have absolutely no reservations about the performance on this. Samsung DeX is snappy, and that's a huge part of the Galaxy tablet ecosystem is Samsung DeX. And also Galaxy AI functions really well. Samsung worked closely with MediaTek to make sure it hit the appropriate benchmarks, that this could be optimized for all of the stuff that it needs to be. The last part about this whole thing is ecosystem. If you're a part of the Galaxy product range, then there is really no other choice to be made other than a Samsung Galaxy Tab. You could obviously choose a bit of a range. You've got the Tab S10 Plus, and you could even go back and get the smaller Tab S9 if you wish. But if you want the best of everything, the biggest display, the best entertainment experience, the best productivity experience, the Tab S10 Ultra gives you that. And the ecosystem stuff that surrounds it means it connects you with Samsung's other products. Whether that be auto syncing with the Galaxy Buds range, whether that be Quick Share, my goodness, Quick Share. One of the best sort of seamless ways to transfer files between your ecosystem of Samsung products is Quick Share. Call and text on other devices. There's just so much. You can actually go into Samsung's connected device menu and see all of the ecosystem features that you can connect up with other Samsung products as well. And of course, there's also the matter of the S Pen bundled in with the device. You don't even have to go and buy this separately. It literally comes with it. I've actually already done a full deep dive of the S Pen on the Tab S10 Ultra, so you can jump up here and watch that, or it'll be in a card at the end of the video, because that covers everything that you can do. The main thing that I really like about it is that it's just there when you need it. After you've watched that video, feel free to hit subscribe down below. The Tab S10 Ultra, fantastic bit of kit, even if the release was a bit odd. See you guys in the next one. Ew!